I told you they were going to be looking at taking the pew-pews, sending in an executive order to Pam Bondi. This Pam Bondi. So look, the way they do this is really kind of covert and tricky, and you have to understand how to read and look at the things that they're saying. And if you pay attention to how covert and tricky they are, you can see how people can be manipulated into thinking that they're not doing this, they're doing exactly what they're saying. This executive order will examine all orders, regulations, guidance, plan, international agreements, and other actions of executive departments and agencies to assess any ongoing infringements on the Second Amendment rights of our citizens. Sounds good. Sounds Second Amendment-y, like they're trying to keep the Second Amendment rights. Everybody gets to keep their pew-pew. The core language of this order is aimed squarely at Biden-era policies, specifically reviews of presidential agency actions spanning January, whatever. And then, however, Section 2 directly addresses past and, by extension, potential future executive branch positions in court cases involving gun rights. Okay, so that's the part you pay attention to, but they sandwich it, right? So right after that, the positions taken by the United States in any and all ongoing potential litigation that affects or could affect the ability of Americans to exercise their Second Amendment. It sounds perfect. It sounds exactly what his base would want to hear. Like, they're protecting our rights. Them sneaky little buzzards. That's why you always have to pay attention. Like that one press conference Pam Bondi had, the one who's going to be reviewing all this, with Donald Trump.
What we want to do is let law enforcement come in and take the guns.
Good.
They're a danger to themselves.
Which you can't do
others.
right now.
Well, because without being adjudicated. So because they're a danger to themselves.
You want them to take the guns and
when they are
not go through 6 months of legal trials and everything
exactly.
else.
Sounds a lot like the gun reform that Democrats were trying to pass. And look, if you're on the left, you're like, whoa, let them do this. Of course, yes, by all means. But I bet you they're not going to stop there. You have to learn to read other things too, so that you can figure out how to read between the lines. The one major case currently before the High Court involves Mexican government allegations of gun trafficking by gun manufacturer Smith & Wesson, 2 drug cartels in Mexico. Now this one I have no proof on, but I would bet anything that they are going to say to their base, we need to take certain types of guns or put restrictions on certain people's ability to own guns because they're a danger to American citizens. Just like they convinced people that immigrants were a danger. I am all for it. I think we need better restrictions. We have lost way too many children. But I don't think they're going to use this to restrict necessarily the right people. I think they're going to use it to restrict who they deem a danger. Until they get that full authoritarian grip, and then they're probably going to take them in general, because you can't have an armed population that are dissenting against big government. Anyway, the point is, this is what they do. They know how to talk to their base so it sounds like whatever they're doing sounds amazing, sounds good. Their base doesn't understand how to read in between the lines, how to see the little cues that say, wait a minute, that sounds suspicious. But I guess they're going to find out.